What's up, YouTube? It's NG in the NX, and I'm back. So of course we all know that this has been pretty much a news cycle for the Samsung devices. The S24 was announced, and it's pretty much taken over most of the web and news outlets and social media things along those lines. It's pretty much everywhere. But if you have an open eye, you will see that Samsung isn't the only device that was announced. So let's get into it.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
Well, the same week that Samsung held their Unpacked, Honor also announced the international version of the phone I personally have been waiting for quite some time now. The Honor Magic V2. Now, a few months back, this phone was announced. It was released in China. Its claim to fame is it's the thinnest foldable phone you can get on the market right now. To me, its claim to fame is not only the thinnest foldable, but the fact that A, it does come in purple, and B, you can use its pen to write on both the inner and outer screen, something no other device to date has been able to do. Well, if I recall the OnePlus Open or Oppo Find N3, I think they also have the ability to write on the outside screen. I need to check on that. But the issue with the V2 was it was only available in China, and with the Chinese model, you weren't able to get the Google search on the device without some form of work around. With the international version, it is there. So just like that, the issues that so many of us had with importing these devices has been solved. We now have full official access to all of Google services. That's the Gmail, certain games, whatever you might use that Google needs to authenticate, the phone can now do without any issue whatsoever. So not only did they announce the international version, they announced a brand new version of that too, a Porsche designed Honor Magic V2. Now, this isn't the first time that a car company has got involved with phone manufacturing or phone design. BMW has some help. Porsche had a OnePlus 7T Pro version, I think, and there was a McLaren too. So cars and phones kind of go hand in hand, but this device, the Honor Magic V2 Porche Edition, looks amazing, just as thin, but it's a really nice gray color, has a slight difference with the design. There's kind of like a little bump on the back. It looks really good. Of course, this edition of the device is almost double the price, at least to import it. I'm not sure what the price is in the areas where it's actually sold, but being that it is a special device, I'm sure it costs at least a little bit more. But the point is, this device is readily available, and it is one of those devices that, you know, if you are into mobile devices, you might want to think about before you jump on the Samsung bandwagon, because it is actually, from what I've seen, what I've read, a really competent device. So, of course, we had the Samsung Unpacked event where they announced their S24 line of devices. But those devices were not the only devices Samsung announced that week. The day before the Unpacked event, I received a notice that Samsung had released the Tab A9 Plus. Take a look. Another device that was announced pretty much the same time as the S24s was the Tab A9 Plus. I actually got the alert that this device came out the day before they announced the 24s. Alexa was nice enough to ask me if I wanted to put it in my cart. I did, just so I could take a better look at it later. And now here it is. Do I need a Tab A9? No. It's more of a budget tablet device. I do have my Tab S8 Ultra, which has pretty much replaced my computer for all of my personal computing needs. But this is a nice size device, which I assume is going to be running the latest Samsung tablet software. So it's actually bigger than the FE, which is surprising. But it is a plus size, so I guess not really, and it's not by much, but it is there. Screen resolution is less, of course. This is one of the A series of tablets, so you don't get the high-end screen resolution. I'm sure you get the refresh rate. Cameras, $695. Samsung Exynos 1380. I've heard good and bad about the Exynos, but this Qualcomm chip is an older chip, which is probably how they got the price of this tablet so low. But that's the thing about the A series of devices; they are very affordable. 64, 128. And they do have external storage up to 1 terabyte. So I guess the main thing with this is an everyday media device you can get some light work on. No S Pen, as you can see, there's no place to house it to charge. That was a question that I had. And the camera too is a singular lens, not the multi-lens of the Tab S line. But for the price, if you just want a quick device to, play some games on, let's say your Game Pass, something like this isn't a bad option at all. And you can get it for a lot less than the $200 asking price. But there you have it, the Tab A9 Plus. The device announced at Unpacked, that wasn't actually announced at Unpacked. The week after Samsung held their Unpacked event, OnePlus had their own event for their OnePlus 12. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, this OnePlus 12 is very appealing to me. I didn't think it would be, and I'm not the biggest OnePlus fan. Not that there's anything wrong with their phones, they just didn't appeal to me personally. My son has a OnePlus 8. Trying to get him something updated because it's about to reach the end of its security update lifespan. But the OnePlus 12 might just be that device. I've been watching some videos on it, some reviews, the specs, and it's very comparable to the S24 Plus. It's definitely in that tech space. It has the same chipset, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. It has a whole slew of very distinctive things that OnePlus has added to the phone. Not necessarily AI, but physical advantages that phone has, like the way the screen can dim, the screen can adjust, the way it optimizes its battery. So many little things to make using the phone a much better experience than apparently other devices. And it's a device that surprisingly has me second guessing my choice on the S24. One of the main things, of course, with me is the value proposition. And based on what I've seen, if I let go of my want for an S Pen and the AI options and the purple color that the S24 Ultra offer, the OnePlus 12 is a very, very tempting device. Everything that I do on a device that phone can do, and for pretty much $600 less than the S24. So that's saving a good amount of money and getting a phone that is, like I said, comparable or just about for what I do. Now, I'm sure there's going to be little things, ecosystem things. They do have a lot of Samsung devices, the tablet, the watch, all kinds of things that I'm not sure how well the OnePlus will work in or with them. But if I can navigate that part or those particular issues, the OnePlus just might be the slab device to go with. Of course, I have to try and get one and compare it to the Samsung when it comes and make a decision from actual use. But the fact that there is another phone out there that is making me think about that, and I've been with Samsung for so long, that's actually really impressive. If a more niche device is more your cup of tea, the ROG Phone 8 was also announced at the beginning of the year. Now, the ROG Phone 8 is a gaming phone. This means that the phone is designed to give you the best performance when gaming on high-end mobile games. So, of course, being a gamer phone, it has top-end specs in every metric available. 165 hertz refresh rate, 6.78-inch display, 55,000 milliamp battery, 2 USB-C chargers, one on the bottom, one on the sides. You could keep charging while you game. What else does this thing have? It doesn't have RGB, but it does have a dot matrix display on the back of the phone that you can set to display whatever you want it to. It could be your name, it could be an image. It also works with apps within the device to display relevant information while the phone is face down or facing someone. Like, for example, if you're taking a picture and you have a timer on, you can see the countdown on the back of the phone as you pose for the picture. So a lot of little things there really make this phone interesting. So hats off to them trying to start the year with a refreshed look for one of the most extreme gamer phones on the market. So as you can see, there are a lot of other devices coming out this month. The year has barely just begun, and we already have 3, maybe 4 really good, at least Android devices on the market for our consideration. So I think this year is going to be pretty exciting as far as mobile devices go. New slabs, new foldables, who knows what else is in the pipeline. AI seems to be the big thing, and I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon. Especially if Samsung has anything to say about it, Google as well, as they are really trying to push for the addition of AI into these devices. So with that said, my name is Angie, the Neon X, and excited for what the year has to hold as far as these mobile devices are concerned. This is what I'm into.